Hey guys, Kip here, Thousands of Roots, and want to share a interesting video with you today. We're going to do a proper introduction of the Kellogg family, and then I'm going to show you real quick the additions that we did today in the garden. Here's one right here behind me. Vertical trellis, and we did spaghetti squash and calendula flowers in here. I'll give you a closer look. So calendula and then the spaghetti squash. Okay, and we did some additions in here real quick. Also, later this evening, we're going to show you some torching and some more transplanting, but let me give you a quick update in here. All right, so this whole bed here is watermelon, and this one here is watermelon. What kind of watermelon? Let's see. Okay, we interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this important announcement. Really cool, awesome announcement. The Kellogg family is moving here into Thousands of Roots with us. And there was great rejoicing! Yay! Okay, you guys, if you could give us a proper introduction, please, and just kind of tell us a little bit of your backstory and what brought you here, and why have you chosen to stay here in Crazy Town?
I'm Keegan. This is my lovely wife, Sarah. This is my daughter, Fiona, and my son, Owen.
And we have baby on the way.
Hey, so we met back in Pensacola, Florida. We were both going to college there, and we were freshmen when we met each other. And we started to form a relationship, a friendship, and then eventually it culminated into marriage.
Woohoo!
And after our marriage, we moved back to Maine to start our lives as a married couple.
And in Maine, we did several things. We started a small homestead together and started living off-grid in our yurt. And then almost a year later, we felt called to help a ministry that was locally in Maine, off-grid permaculture homestead that did teaching and a lot of ministry opportunity there. And about 6 months into that, we felt called to leave the ministry for various reasons. And once we returned to our previous homestead and settled in there, a few months later, we felt the calling to move again.
So the question was, where? Where should we move? So after much decision making, we decided in prayer, we decided that it was Missouri that we need to move to. So, being the crazy people that we are, who live off-grid in a yurt, we decided to pack our yurt and all of our belongings that we own onto an 18-foot trailer. And we went ahead and drove it down from Maine all the way down to Missouri in 3 days.
Fun experience.
Yeah.
Especially being in your third trimester of pregnancy, but it was good.
2 little ones. Yep. But we made it down to Missouri, and then it was a question of where exactly in Missouri, because we hadn't planned that part yet. We just knew it was the state we were supposed to be in. So.
And the general area.
Yep. Through a culmination of events, we settled down with Kip and Carrie, and Thousands of Roots started helping them on their land.
So we came thinking it was just a temporary stay until we found where we were supposed to be permanently, and we kept seeking and praying about that. And just over the few weeks, things started happening. Yahweh started connecting us and really opening our eyes and showing us that we had such a similar burden and vision that everything was just clicking into place. So we were invited to stay, and here we are.
So us crazy Mainers who transplanted to Missouri are now going to join Thousands of Roots and put our roots here on this land and be a part of this ministry.
And what? You said you live in a yurt?
That's right.
We do. We have a very yurtiful life,
Yep.
and you can follow us at ouryurtifullife.com, where we keep a blog following our family, what it's like to live off-grid.
In a one-room, 21-foot yurt.
Less than 350 square feet, a family of 4, soon to be 5, and just our different adventures and what we do with life.
All right, so I want to share a couple things. First, just a confession, like sometimes I can be slow. You know, they come here and it's just like, well, sure, you can, you know, stay here for a little while. And they were actually sleeping in their vehicle at first. And after the first or second night, I just started getting burdened by that. And I went, you know what? They should move into my add-on. They should move into our add-on. And so I offered it to Keegan. And Keegan's like, no, we're good in the car. Well, and what were you sleeping with in the car?
3 cats and a dog. And not just any dog, but a bull mastiff, full grown.
Yeah.
2 children and a pregnant wife who was getting bigger every day.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't. I didn't say anything when he told me that they were okay. I'm like, all right, but in my mind, I'm like, no, you are not okay. And you're really not okay if that's how you say that you're doing, living in the car. But anyways, I kept that to myself. But it took me like 2 days though to even offer that to them. So like I said, I could be kind of slow. And so they moved into there, and then as our relationship just developed and I just had more and more peace about them being here, and of course Carrie and I talking, and as Sarah shared all the similarities in our goals and our motives, and it's like, well, why don't you just set up your yurt here, you know? Because they're looking at all these other options. I'm like, so we got 20 acres, just set up your yurt here, and you know, and have it there for a while, you know, whatever. And I'm being stirred inside, you know, and as the days go along, maybe a week or 2 go along, maybe 3 weeks go along or so, and I'm like, why don't you just move here? You know, that would be good. I could tell they were really touched by that, and there was peace though. There wasn't any anxiousness. There wasn't any striving. Again, it took me like 3 weeks for these things to dawn on me. I'm so glad he's gracious and patient with me. And as we've been transitioning in this direction, then Carrie and I were talking about, so many people have contacted us about, we want a homestead, but we can't afford it. I was thinking about this couple here who, guys, these are some courageous people right here. Think about the chance they're taking, moving their family here on a whim. I could just be like, you're out, I want you gone, on a whim. And they're taking a chance, moving their family here, setting up their yurt, starting to build in permanence. Well, we'll show you along on that journey as that happens down the road, but we're planning that already. These are some very courageous people. So I want to encourage you that there's other ways you can think about homesteading also, because that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be homesteading. They're going to be putting in a kitchen garden. They're going to be keeping animals back there. We're going to be doing communal things, but they're going to have their own space back there and doing their own thing. So, did you guys have $80,000 to start a homestead?
No.
Right?
Far from it.
Yeah. That's what it took for us, you guys, to get this 20 acres and to set up as much as we did. We started with about $80,000. We get that question a lot. And $80,000 was not near enough to get us established. So, we just got another email about somebody wanting to homestead and things. If you're wanting to do it the traditional way, you're going to have $80,000 to $100,000 roughly, just to get the bare bones. But if you want to do it some different, creative, courageous ways, you might be able to find someone else who already has a homestead or has some property, and maybe you can work out a lease, maybe you can work out a labor lease type of deal, or a labor barter system, or there's different ways you can do it. So think outside the box. I encourage you, like this family has done. And I tell you, as much as they feel they've been blessed by us, we are blessed by them. Guaranteed. It is mutual. So I just wanted to bring that word of encouragement to you. Alright, babe, so what's the last bit we're doing this evening?
We're going to try and have Caleb torch some more holes in our landscape fabric so we can plant a few last things before it gets too dark.
Cool. Alright, so Keegan and I put this trellis up today. We still have one more to put over here. But I wanted to bring you along for this kind of fun thing of how do you get holes in landscape fabric for planting into landscape fabric. So what is that you're doing this with here, Scooter?
I'm using my blowtorch. I'm burning some holes in this.
Okay. All right, so are we planting that out tonight, honey?
Yeah, the plants are really spindly, so it'd be good for them to get in the ground.
Gotta get them in the ground.
Yep.
Okay, gotta get them in the ground. All right, good morning. So it got too dark last night for us to show you the finished product here. Let me show that to you. All right, so this side is Blue Ballet, and this side is Cha Cha Kabacha. Like I said, we have one more cattle panel to add here, and then we'll finish planting this out with winter squash on both sides. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and a few reminders are, remember the group that we have started there on Facebook so that we can comment and interact on our videos, so that all of you can comment and interact with each other. You can share your own videos, share your own photos. Really neat interaction going on over there. Also, to support us for free, when you watch our videos, let the ads play for 30 seconds, then you can skip them. That supports us. You can also support us for free by shopping through our Amazon link. If you click through our link, and anything you shop for after you click through our link, we'll get a little commission on it. We are creating our own website, so that's up and coming, and we're pretty far along on that. So pretty soon we're going to be going live on that. The homeschool character cards, they're up and free, so you can just go to that website and print it. The link will be down below where you can find that. And you can go to Patreon and you'll get exclusive content there that you won't get anywhere else. Thank you so much. I pray blessing over you and yours, and whatever you do, do it with your whole heart.